Today, I have one of the most important topics I will ever go over with you. You need to listen very carefully. You might want to take a pad and paper, get ready to take some notes here, because a lot of you are trying to make your life a lot fucking harder than it has to be here. Stop trying to be trigger-free. That is not possible. Nobody is trigger-free. Only fucking robots and lobotomized creatures are trigger-free. The idea that you will ever get to a point where you will never get triggered by anyone or anything is fucking impossible. That will never happen. I've been teaching my program, Refocus, for over 10 years. I think I live at an incredible level. And I've worked side by side by some people that are at the highest level that you know who they are, and you'd be amazed that they still get fucking triggered. Nobody is trigger-free. It's amazing. When I work with somebody, they actually do my Refocus program, I'll tell them very beginning, this is not a course on process of being trigger-free. That's impossible. I'm certainly not trigger-free. And listen very carefully to all you listening here. I get triggered, sure. I mean, I've had disagreements with my wife where I get triggered by her. Of course I do. I get triggered. Might have a challenging conversation with a friend or family member where I get triggered. I am not fucking trigger-free. I'm not trying to be trigger-free because, again, that's impossible. What is possible is that when you do get triggered, you don't stay there as long. What is possible is when you do get triggered, you recognize, celebrate, and acknowledge, like, damn, I got out of that pretty fucking quickly. Maybe in a matter of seconds or minutes or maybe even an hour. And you would all have to agree, if you got triggered by something and normally would have destroyed you for days or weeks or years, and you get past it a lot better by the end of the day, isn't that faster? That's what's possible. It's amazing to me how many people hold themselves to a level that is fucking impossible. Stop trying to be trigger-free. And I assure you, I've had tons of doctors, people in the medical community, coaches and counselors do this program, my Refocus program here. They get triggered more than you probably do. They're not trigger-free either. None of them are. And ironically, one of the reasons you're having such a hard time, is because you're trying to put yourself under a metric of measurement that nobody can do. I mean, of course it's gonna be fucking frustrating to try and do something that is, quite frankly, impossible. Remember, professional athletes, right? They're human beings. They still get tired. Even professional athletes have to sit on the bench and recover. Professional athletes still need a recovery period. Professional athletes still get pushed to the limit. So listen very carefully here. I mean, I've never posed myself or positioned myself to be something or someone I'm not here. I absolutely get triggered. I'm not trying to be trigger-free because I understand that's impossible. Ironically, by embracing progression, not perfection, that's what allows me to soar. Do I ever get mad and overreact, if you want to call it that, or yell, or what? Of course I fucking do. Listen, anger, for example, is a great example of something that gets a bad reputation. It's not a bad thing. Anger is actually a great thing. There are certain situations where anger is actually not only the best emotion, it's the most appropriate one. If you're in a dark alley, don't do this, by the way, and someone confronts you and you know that person's up to no good, that is not the time to be reaction-free, say, oh, it's okay, you're one of God's creatures. That's the time to get ready to defend yourself. That's the time to fucking react. Protecting yourself and holding your boundaries is a great thing, actually. It's only bad when you can't get out of it. Stop trying to be trigger-free. Stop trying to do something that nobody can do. There is nothing wrong with protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong with enforcing boundaries, and there's nothing wrong with getting a little angry or fired up when somebody is, quite frankly, out of line. Again, if you're in a dark alley and somebody tries to steal your fucking money or tries to hurt you, you fucking should defend yourself. You should get triggered. That is an innately part of being a human being. So, yeah, I tell people, and it's amazing to me when people even work with me, I tell them really clearly, this is not a process of being trigger-free. I'm not trigger-free. I do get triggered. I mean, teach this for over 10 years. I still get triggered. Don't try to do something that you can't do, that is not possible. I can't even do it. And it's incredible to me because so many people try to be so perfect. They try to do something that, quite frankly, again, is not possible, which makes it ironically even more frustrating. What I would encourage you to do, I always try to make these videos practical and applicable. Ironically, if you allowed yourself to be a human being and you got okay with if you got triggered, you would actually get triggered less. And ironically, if you allowed yourself to be okay with being triggered, when you do, you get past it quicker. Stop trying to hold yourself to something that nobody can do. And I really do mean nobody. Only AI mechanisms and robots are trigger-free. If you stop trying to do that, ironically, you're setting the stage for at least being triggered less, bouncing back quicker, and maybe having some moments where you're trigger-free. But being trigger-free all the time is fucking impossible. So, if you enjoyed this video and you recognize you've been trying to do something that nobody can fucking do, please like or subscribe. I'll keep you the common sense corner here. If you recognize that you're a run-of-the-mill cookie cutter therapist or counselor who's been trying to do something and you recognize they probably can't even do that, please like or subscribe to this channel. If you have a friend or family member who's been trying to hold it in and being some kind of emotional punching bag and you recognize they're trying to do something that's fucking impossible, please forward them this video. This is a channel dedicated to common fucking sense. We're human beings. We are emotional creatures. We're designed to feel the full spectrum of emotions. We're not supposed to hold it in and be trigger free. Stop fucking doing that. Anyway, ciao for now. We'll talk soon.